149. Colin Devlin's going to match up against Dylan Van Sickell. Van Sickell won his first match of the day. So Van Sickell's 21-10 so far this year. Colin Devlin's 11-6. Devlin, of course, the leaner of the two wrestlers, but a very technically sound wrestler. Van Sickell gets the early two. Devlin last year had a strong showing as a freshman at 141. Bumped up to 49 this year, doing well again. Out of Upper Dublin, Pennsylvania. Going to get sent back to the center after going out of bounds. Devlin's victories come in the form of 4 pins and 6 decision victories. He's just going to let Devlin up as he shoves him out of bounds. Van Sickell obviously feels comfortable and neutral. Gets into the quick single there. Quick turn. Devlin doing a good job to control the hips. Really good defensive wrestling from Devlin there. Saves himself, gets him back up. Very good scramble. Again, fundamentally sound is Devlin. He's got him on his back. Great job by Colin Devlin there to not only avoid the takedown, but get a takedown of his own and get his man on his back very briefly. What an exchange from Colin Devlin. Then it gets sent back to the center. Devlin's also eating into the riding time of Van Sickell. Caution of Van Sickell, jumping a little early. Sure, a little thrown off after that great scramble from Devlin. A caution goes to Devlin now. Devlin with a tight ankle, controlling the waist, rolling him a little bit, following, good job. Following a Devlin. Van Sickell tried to turn and get Devlin on his back, but Devlin has great hips. Again, so fundamentally sound, he found his way back on top. Devlin trying to work to break down Van Sickell. Of course, Van Sickell got such a strong base, such a stout man. Devlin looking to trip him back down, just lets him go. Gonna reset here. 3-3 with 25 seconds to go in the first. Exciting first period so far with a great scramble after a shot from Van Sickell. Devlin had Van Sickell very briefly on his back and then covered him. 10 seconds to go in the first period. So the first period ends 3-3. Devlin has 49 seconds of riding time. Gettysburg defers. Van Sickell's going to choose bottom here. Devlin gets back up, trips him. Good job following. Van Sickell tried to turn back in. Devlin keeps the leg. Devlin's going to suck that in. If he can suck that in, turn the corner. Van Sickell with a good sprawl here. Devlin trying to suck that leg in. Try to turn around to the left. Van Sickell, strong hips. 1 point goes to Van Sickell with the escape. Devlin's just going to reset now. Devlin, of course, Gettysburg, had a tough match last night against Elizabethtown. As Van Sickell gets into the deep single there. Still sprawling away. Good job defense. Really good defense from Devlin. Went almost in a split there as his left leg went off the mat. Good job to avoid the takedown. Devlin showing great takedown defense so far. As he goes in for a shot of his own. A little shallow. Now he's stuck in the front headlock with 56 seconds to go in the second period. Van Sickell trying to get an underhook. Trying to get behind. He does get behind. 6-3 now. Dylan Van Sickell over Colin Devlin. 45 to go in the second. Starting to eat into Devlin's riding time as he's trying to base up. Van Sickell is certainly a high-intensity wrestler. With all his shots, you can see that from, but also from the arm chops and the weight that he keeps on his other wrestlers when he's on the ground. Devlin doing a good job to fight his arms free. Van Sickell trying to get it back. Devlin looks like he's just going to try to base up, wait out this period. And he does, so it's going to be 6-3 going into the third. It should be Devlin's choice. He's going to choose down. He's going to look for the one and a takedown maybe, or maybe for a reversal. Former Centennial champion Joe Favia, the Stevens coach, yelling 1, not 2. Devlin, of course, looking for the 2 as he goes for the switch. Good job controlling the far arm of Van Sickell of Devlin. Try to get a crossface here. Devlin keeping his head up strong. Devlin looking for the switch again. Turning around, circling, getting up, gets his 1. Van Sickell looks over to the clock, looking to see how his riding time's doing. Not a factor right now. Devlin's going to look for the takedown. He needs it here for Gettysburg after the first 2 tough matches. Van Sickell gets tough. A little bit of a high single. Looking over at the clock again, see how his riding time's doing. He needs 40 more seconds to get a point for it. He's up by 4, though, with 46 to go in the regulation of this match. Devlin doing a good job carrying all this weight of Van Sickell, but trying to fight back up and score. Good job to cover the hips of Devlin so he couldn't switch. Referee calling for the wrestlers to work inside. Devlin looking for the switch again. He could get in. The inside switch. Good job to cover the hips again by Van Sickell. They're going to award Dylan Van Sickell 2 near fall points. Coach Vogel's not happy about those 2. They're going to give Devlin the point. Start off in neutral here. Second caution for Van Sickell. Devlin with a deep single there. Good job turning the corner. He can get up, cover the hips. Good recovery by Van Sickell. The way he has Devlin's hips right now, he's facing the ground. Riding time now becoming a factor. So it's going to end up being 13-5 with that late exchange there from Dylan Van Sickell. So it's going to be a major decision. Much